Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the whiskayE podcast, episode 49. We're almost at the whatever the hell the material is for a 50th anniversary. Gold, maybe. I think it's
Probably.
gold.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll call it the gold jubilee of this thing, but not quite there yet. So one below gold should be fold.
Yeah.
I haven't even started drinking yet, so this is boding well. So this box, as always, comes care of the Dram Team, and it is the what's it called? What's the word that escapes me at the moment? The theme. That's the word. We're going to get through this in about 2 hours. It's taken me about a minute to get to the first card. The theme is Scotland versus the world, otherwise known as the English Empire. So the card reads: Scotch whisky has always had fierce competition from the likes of Ireland and Japan, but these days the battle for whisky supremacy grows ever fiercer, with more and more nations around the globe joining the whisky-making melee. In this box, we pit some of those competitors head-to-head with Scotland and each other. Who will win? You decide. Just a bit of disclaimer as well. We have mixed up the order of these such that we are going to alternate between Scotch and AN of a country. Obviously, the 6 dram is still 6 because it's a special one. It'd be a bit weird to open with that. But other than that, so if you like to drink along, like a much less healthy karaoke, but maybe more socially acceptable.
So drink along with Disney.
Trying to draw the shape at the end.
Yeah.
Disney logo. Then yes, you will notice our order is not the same, but you should have plenty of time to rearrange as we go because we take 25 minutes to talk about each whiskey, so you shouldn't be in any kind of rush. So I'll get straight into the first one, shall I? Straight in, it says. So this is Nikka coffee malt. So for those of you who know, this is a Japanese blended whiskey. So the card says, despite being made from 100% malted barley, this Nikka is technically a single grain whiskey as it's distilled in a coffee column still. That's coffee as in the guy's name, COFFEY. What do you call it? A column still. Rather than
in the words of Stephen
classic
King,
Japanese gem.
coffee only spelled like the beverage only spelled different.
Huh. And I think we've had this. I think it's quite a classic, this one.
Yeah.
Quite a well-known, excellent one. So looking forward to reminding myself if we have by drinking it and using the power of recall. Yes. Right, so on the nose, fruity and spicy with plenty of sweet spice, refreshing lemon notes, and an appealing nuttiness. There's a joke to be made there.
Can't peel nuts.
That was not the angle I was going. Can you? Is it called peeling with pistachios?
I would also say that you can probably de-skin almonds and monkey nuts and such.
Yeah, well, you blanch almonds, don't you? Does that count as peeling?
No idea. Probably.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
The palate, rich and full-flavoured. A hefty whack of spice, cinnamon and clove at first, then joined by notes of dark chocolate and roasted nuts. Then a touch of orange lightens the feeling. The finish is perfectly balanced between the fresh citrus, heady spices, and toasty oak.
It's a wee bit savoury, but like there's a lot of dark chocolate, kind of.
It's quite citrus lightness, though.
But there's like a creamy
zing.
There's a creaminess in there.
It's definitely creamy.
Finish, though.
We've already used that for a title, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, a creamy finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we are children. We're not actually children, just so you know. Don't want to get
don't send a
taken down.
YouTube police after us.
Really deep voiced, children.
I am known for my incredibly deep voice. Yeah.
Or also your really whiny high pitched voice when you put it on.
That's true. Yeah, one or the other. There is no in between. Okay. Didn't really do the nosing very well, did we? Because I always went straight into the palate.
But well,
It's quite spicy on the nose, like cloves.
it's quite like you get the vapors pretty quick from it. But
I think that's because it's quite a light one.
well, it's quite light and it's 45%, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not been that. This was the creep that we were talking about, where people stopped doing 40, so they went to 41, and they went to 43. Now we're at 45. Soon enough, will just be cask strength, and that's the.
I'm quite glad that this isn't a cask strength box. I mean, there is one cask strength one, yeah, but yeah.
I mean, there's probably two, but we will talk about that when we get to the one that I'm making a joke about.
Yeah, I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, on the nose on this one though. It is the lemony sort of
lemon, yeah.
But it's like this isn't. I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but it's like citrus cleaning products.
Yeah,
because of alcohol in it.
Yeah. Like that citrus artificial smell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. It's not like it doesn't taste like. Well, I assume. I don't know what cleaning products taste like, but yeah. I'm gonna stop talking.
There is a little bit of a coffee with a double E flavor on this.
Quite a milky coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like I'd say a bitter maca.
Oh, yeah.
So like if you took like a really dark, bitter coffee, like roast, like a Ethiopian or something, and then made a maca with it, you might get sort of what this has.
I don't think we've ever had bitter maca before. I'm gonna take my last sip, and then you want to score this one?
Yeah. I found that very enjoyable, actually.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know if that's just been a wee while since I had any whiskies. And
yeah, needed to refill the whiskey gland and all that. I think I'd go in for a 3.5. Yeah,
I would probably agree. It's like a solid 3.5.
Yeah, it could easily be a 3.75 or a 4, depending on how I was feeling on the day.
Yeah, if it was further into a box that wasn't so great, might have got itself bumped to a 4.
Well, we've had it before.
It
is number 26 on our list, so it's
early days.
The first ever subscription box that we recorded.
Oh.
From August 2018, so 5 years ago at time of recording.
Not doing too badly to have our first repeat, I think, in 5 years in.
Yeah. And we gave it a 3.5.
Steady.
That's some consistency.
Yeah.
See, this is because we're scientific about it. There's no subjectivity here. We're not Jim Murray.
Yeah, because he's drunk.
Yeah,
like has to scientifically be drunk always.
Rumours has it that he's sometimes drunk on the job. It's not professional.
Yeah. So, will we move on to the next one?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know if this was by design
via libels on that one. So.
Don't know if this was by design by you, but after we've rearranged these, you going first is giving me all the scotches. So.
Yeah, so it has. Well, yeah, fine. Why not? I am the exotic one in this.
Yeah. Interesting as well that in the title card there was reference to Japan and Ireland giving Scotland the run for its money, but not America. Like, shows you where Chris lies on his bourbon. But,
yeah, I mean, America, I feel like doesn't compete. It offers a different product.
Pretty much, yeah. Anyway.
Yes.
Up next, we have a Thompson Brothers SRV5 aged 8 years. So, the Thompson Brothers have established such a stellar indie bottling reputation that everything they produce is for sale by ballot only. We were therefore very excited when they released their very own blended malt on general sale and snapped it up straight away. I wonder why SRV.
And, does it say anything?
No, but we can look it up in a bit. But
We've done some Thompson Brothers, haven't we?
have we?
I'll have a look. I think we did. I thought we had. No, we have not.
So,
yeah.
On the nose for this one, we have Gallia melon, which is very specific, lemongrass, apricot, cucumber, waxed lemons, green peppercorns and capers in brine, green apples, lime cordial, grapefruit bitters, green peppers, coastal peat and beach bonfires. I don't know.
Bonfires worries me. But okay.
It's not so much more.
I'm trying to see where if it ever says what does SRV stand for. I don't.
Probably like Special Reserve version 5 or something like that. But.
Yeah, could be. Why do they not explain it? Damn you, Thompson Brothers.
Yeah.
SRV stand. There's quite a few different acronyms. It could be Security and Reconnaissance Vehicle.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's probably it, isn't it? That seems to fit the. Oh, it could be Submersible Rescue Vehicle.
So it's some kind of military thing.
Yeah, so it's a military vehicle basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right, let's try this vehicle then. What are we smelling?
I told you. It's very specific.
Yeah, no, I was talking to my
Yeah.
seeing if I was getting the beach bonfires and the coastal peat.
Gallia melon, lemongrass, apricot, cucumber, etc. I do get like a fruity.
There's a little bit of like, very little bit of peat. Like I wouldn't say it was coastal though. More bonfirey.
Yeah, it has like the sweet smell to it. It smells more like I get like the fruitiness is more like fruit flavored boiled sweets to me.
I get what I mean when you say waxed lemons. I think because it's quite like it's a flat sweet fruit.
Yeah,
smell.
that's why I think that's why I'm thinking of like boiled sweets in that there. But yeah,
go on then.
Okay. On the palate, green gauge, cantaloupe melon, different melon this time. Banana smoothie, not normal banana, just blended banana. Lemon oil, grapefruit juice, capers, lemongrass again, thyme, first press olive oil, candle wax, and gentle smoke, with a finish that is lemon balm, thyme, camphor, earthy peat, and gentle smoke, along with a coating of waxiness.
So I'd say medium peat. It's a bit fruity. I don't quite get like banana smoothie. I can kind of get because it is like a fruit product rather than a fruit by itself. It's like it's got a bit more depth than just the fruit flavors. It's like there's something balancing it out, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what green gauge tastes like, or first press olive oil as compared to any other kind of press olive oils. I'm not getting thyme. Capers could be maybe that saltiness that I'm getting.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think I'm gonna go again.
It's like a sweet saltiness. Like I say, I quite like the banana smoothie one. I'm leaning to that. Quite like that.
Yeah, it does have a banana-ness or some kind of.
Yeah. It's not quite banoffee, but it's not far off.
But yeah, it's like a different kind of sweetness.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because the banana and the toffee kind of combine to make like a broader, deeper flavour, and it's kind of like that.
Mm. I'm not getting any like camphor.
I have no idea what that tastes like, to be honest.
I'm not really getting the smoke.
I get a little bit. Got it quite a bit on the first one.
No, I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing it.
I get it in the roof of the palate, where I always get it. It doesn't last too long. It's medium peat is probably heavy. I would say probably quite light peat. I think just the first taste of peat in a while just aroused my rage.
Maybe I'm getting it on that last sip. A little. Maybe what we're thinking of is this sort of muted flavor is what they're describing as waxiness.
Yeah, that's what I got on the nose, but like it's not much a muted banana flavor. It's a balanced banana flavor. Like it's got depth. Whereas I'd say like a banana doesn't have any depth to it. It's just the banana flavor. Not that it's wrong. Oh, wrong with a banana. I like a banana, but I don't know. It's like if you got like a banana cookie or banana chocolate or something. You know, there's something balancing it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably just talking nonsense.
You ready for a score?
Yes.
I'm going to go for a 3 on that one.
Yeah, I could say 3 on that one. With 3.
So, up next, the first of our potential cast revs.
Well, it's probably a few casks that they had to kind of combine together to get that strength. So,
yeah.
I'm not doing too well pouring the water today, pouring all over myself.
You still hungover from your birthday drink?
I was a little bit this morning, but 14% sours, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I only had 2 of them and they were third pint each, 2/3 of a pint at 14% is like half a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Makes me
and
feel...
that wasn't the only beers.
No, I had a few others.
Yeah.
But I'm all right. I'm tough. You know, just power through it. Yes. So the one you kind of been implying around it might be cast strength, but might not be, is because it is a Paul John, which, as probably all of you realise, is Indian. And the card says it's Paul John edited. Barley from the Himalayan foothills, edited with 15% peated barley from Scotland. Proof of the rise of Indian single malt in recent years, and a Dram Team HQ shelf staple. Just never going around to Dram Team HQ. Peated whiskey is a staple. Nose, honey and cocoa are laced with a hint of smokiness and a shot of espresso. A deeper whiff reveals fruity fragrances.
Oh.
So it's 46%, which is why we're thinking it potentially could be cast strength. I don't think it is, because I think it'd be a percentage,
a point,
decimal.
a decimal of a percentage, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just Paul John struggled to make strong whiskey because
exactly.
in India, the Angel share is huge.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So I can kind of see it could be, but I think it'd be like 46.3 or something.
As with all Paul Johns, this has a very interesting bouquet.
Does it?
It's very sweet.
It is very sweet. There's a little bit of smoke in there, though.
Mm-hmm. But
like 15%. I'd say that was a 15% smoke. Nose.
Just need to smell my hand for a minute.
Maybe that's what I had to do. Maybe I had to take up smoking.
And it'll definitely kill your taste buds. So.
Well, everything else then wouldn't taste smoky, but no peat in this.
I obviously don't smoke, so.
No. Just
for the podcast, but smell my hand to reset my nose. But.
Yeah.
It has that, yeah,
It's like banana chips.
like dried fruit sort of, but
Yeah.
not
Like those dehydrated bananas or whatever they are that you get in like
yeah,
trail mix or whatever.
yes.
Let me just make these notes and then you can dive in. So in you go. The palate. The grassy flavours of barley show up first, but gently make way for subtle peat notes. That's an oxymoron. They slowly dissolve and pave the way for a rush of mint and mocha. Finish. He heard you and he wrote the card as you said that last tasting note. Finish. Long and drawn out. You can sense a hint of spice and chocolate mint as it ends on gentle peat notes.
I don't know that I'm getting mint. So I mean, I get what they mean. It's sort of like, you know, the sensation of airwaves chewing gum.
Mm.
It has that kind of
It's quite
sinus
menthol,
opening menthol to it. Yeah.
It's quite menthol. Not getting a lot of peat.
No.
No, not a lot of peat.
It's
Maybe a
that
little bit right at the end of the finish, like that kind of bitterness, peaty bitterness.
Mhm. I'm not getting a lot of peat at all.
No, I was
That trip to
expecting.
Isla has ruined us.
I don't know though, because when we did that Scotch whiskey experience and we had the Lefroy there,
Yeah, it was worse.
it was pretty terrible. We were both just like, oh, maybe we'll like this because we enjoyed Lefroy while we were there.
Yeah.
And the whiskies we had, and then we had that one. We're like, no, this is just not good whiskey.
Yeah.
But it's a difference between what you put out that they must go through hundreds of bottles.
Yeah.
A month of, maybe
Maybe
not that much, but
select or whatever it's called.
Yeah, because they must do at least dozens of bottles a month at that place.
Oh yeah,
for the Tars.
Definitely.
Because I bet Isla's one of the most popular choices.
Oh, for probably Isla or Speyside, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think so, probably. I reckon Isla's probably number one because I reckon you'll get a lot of people who go there thinking they know about whiskey, and then they're like, Isla is the best whiskey, blah blah blah. Don't know about whiskey, like people who've got a whiskey podcast, for example. But
yeah, you mean the people who've had who've been introduced to whiskey by their friend who likes
Big Pete,
but also they give them a really expensive, really high quality Isla whiskey, and then say, oh, yeah,
like you've got to negotiate with it. That's what makes whiskey so good. It can't just be, you don't just drink it. You've got to work your way through it. Whereas Muggins here is just like, no, I'm just going to get ones that I like the taste of.
Yeah. Okay.
Although I like the idea of negotiating with it, I'm going to remember that. That's a good turn of phrase. I'm quite happy with that one.
I'm struggling to really pick anything out in this.
Yeah, I was too busy talking nonsense. I'll try again. It's just really clean.
I think this is probably my favourite Paul John I've had.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
No criticism to them, but they're just not a style that I've generally enjoyed before. But this one's been, I'd say it's still very much. My main tasting note for this is sort of like just, if you were to just say like a whiskey.
You've got a problem though.
What?
You scored a Paul John 4 before.
Oh, maybe I was wrong then. I must have forgotten what that one was like.
So that was the Paul John single cask unpeated. It was a 60%er.
I don't know. I think I remember that one was good because I was like, they should just take it out of cash strength all the time.
Yeah. And then we've had another Paul John, which we both gave. Oh, you gave 3.5 and I gave 3.
I'm going to be a liar then. I'm probably, because I was going to give this one a 3.
I think a 3.
Yeah.
It's fair. So I think I think despite me saying that and you saying that, we're both liars basically.
I think the problem is we once had a number of Paul Johns at a whiskey festival where we were quite a way into it, and they were not standing up against the guys that they were sitting next to.
I think the problem is with a whiskey festival, once you're about 40% of the way in, you're not really enjoying quite a lot of whiskeys because you're too drunk.
Yeah.
And your brain is screaming at you in the back of your mind that this is just going to make you sick.
Yeah.
And you're still going.
Yeah, it has to be a good whiskey at that point. Yeah. Where you're like, ooh.
Yeah, because you're like, this. I'm going to pay for this either later today or tomorrow at best.
Let's be honest, it's usually later today.
It's usually later today. And then you also pay for it the next day when you wake up. Or later that day because you go to bed at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
When you wake up and you're just like, every part of me hurts. I am old and it just gets more difficult each and every time.
Yeah. And your brother's like, why didn't you drink 16 pints of water?
Well, English Whiskey Festival in November, if we do go,
yeah,
we'll be sensible about it.
I don't know. If it's in Birmingham, that sounds like it'll be in like the NEC and be like a real serious affair.
It could be. But we've got to get back to a hotel and be allowed in.
True. Okay,
We just got to be sensible.
Up for the next one?
Yes.
I'm looking forward to this.
I am.
This is the Worm Tub 10-year-old Batch 2. This is worm tubs are classic bits of distilling equipment that create much sought after heavy and robust flavours in a whiskey, consisting of the long coiled copper tubes in a cold water vat that are used to condense spirit vapours. They're now somewhat rare, having been replaced by modern equivalents.
Condensed.
But, yeah. This sherry-driven tribute to the style is a whopping cast strength, so enjoy. And the nose, we have a distinct forest floor note, as well as layers of dark chocolate, flamed orange peel, punchy cassia, and smoky oak. So I'm expecting, mossy.
If Chris does all the tasting notes and doesn't just take them from the bottles, I think he lives like a medieval king. Because some of the things he comes up with, like tasting notes, like flamed orange peel and stuff, and like all these fancy far off
Chris
fruits.
Tingle oranges.
Yeah, I think he just sits in like a great hall in like an ermine robe, and he just
people
gets
bringing
all these
things.
Yeah, people like, oh, we went far afield for this, my lord.
Yeah.
It's Malia melon or whatever it was, last one.
This is a delicacy in some parts of far flung.
Yeah, wherever. Yeah, I think Chris is a medieval king.
I was in two minds about whether to say like far flung Kent or actually somewhere far flung.
Yeah, so you heard it here first. Chris of the Dram Team is a medieval king.
Oh, I forgot to say this is a single malt Scotch.
Yeah, we're back to the Scotch. It's 57%.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely a lot of orangey, chocolatey sherryness, isn't there?
Yeah, a little bit of the. I can get what they mean by the forest floor notes, such like just sort of oaky, mossy, earthy.
Okay.
Okay, you ready to dive in?
I am. Yep.
The palate says, through more sherried influence come flavours of salty jerky, caramel, tangy dried cranberries, and oily walnuts, with a finish that is long and rich.
That's like a savoury sherry bomb. It's nice.
Good finish notes. Long and rich, that's what you're after. Like a life.
Yeah. A quick extra definition there, yeah.
Oof.
It's good.
Nice. It's quite like almost dry with the saltiness.
Yeah, like I say, a savoury sherry bomb. Decadent.
Getting
oily.
the nuttiness through in the end, yeah.
Yeah, nuttiness.
But it is bitter, so walnuts is probably a good.
Yeah, bitter nuts. Yeah, walnuts, and there's still that kind of like candied citrus or whatever it is, or not candied, I suppose, like stewed, like boozy, like Christmas cake kind of.
Yeah, like any Christmas dessert. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's just a dessert, but we've added more booze.
And lit it on fire.
Yeah, it does have that.
Got a very long, rich finish.
It's very. The finish is very. Yeah, like prunes, dates.
Yeah.
Like soaked in brandy kind of thing.
I mean, I can still feel it like in the back of my shoulders and that now. It's probably just because my kidneys can't accept anymore, so they're just like.
Just leave that there.
Yep. Deal with that later. I'd start having more kidneys.
I mean, apparently you can do with less, but
you can do with one less. But I feel like if I just like started taking one kidney from people that I met, got up to like 10 or 11.
An extra liver on the other side.
Yeah, well, it just make me really good at processing alcohol.
I believe they call it the Jim Murray procedure.
Can you have too many kidneys? I mean, in a pie you can, but can you have too many?
Same with livers.
Agreed.
I think can't you like just get your liver just grow? I thought livers were regenerative.
Livers are regenerative, yeah, because you can do like a liver transplant and take a bit of it, don't they?
Yeah.
Can you have too many kidneys?
I'm looking forward to finding it.
I don't know what harms my kidneys. I want to know.
We know what harms
going to a hospital and be like, right, doctor, say I had 3 kidneys. Would that be a bad thing?
I know what harms kidneys. Shovel hooks, alcohol.
Yeah, living.
Yeah.
Don't want to.
Also, too much sugar. Also, too much fat.
Yeah, ketoacidosis or whatever is. Does your kidneys in, doesn't it? That's why I just need lots of them. It's like Space Marines. They have like redundant organs, don't they?
Yeah, because they can like to get shot in one.
Yeah, they got like 3 hearts or whatever, which that's 2 of them are off, and then they can detect when one comes on.
Feels like one's really on a standby.
But they'd have to be in sync, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Like if they were out of sync, you'd basically just be constantly like.
Probably wouldn't be running standby, would it? Because you'd need to.
You're being like.
Because if it tried to push when it was supposed to pull.
Yeah, your rhythm would be just weird.
Maybe they are. Maybe the way. I mean, we're going into some extreme sci-fi here, but maybe the way it works is that there is one on a running standby, but it's on a closed loop. It's like
just
not pumping a little bit.
All the valves are closed around it or whatever.
Yeah, to keep just so that it keeps some blood flow going through it. Keep it,
I always
oxygenated so like that when it goes
off.
next. Well, just because otherwise you'll have a heart that's got deoxygenated blood in it. When you switch to open the valves, you'll be pushing around a wee bit of blood clot, probably.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking that maybe the ones that aren't being used are just in a wee closed circuit system.
Oh, it's perfectly in sync somehow.
Yeah, and then they all move at the same time. Like the brain signal gets split. It's only one.
Don't forget there's magic in that universe. So.
Oh yeah.
Let's just ask Henry Cavill. He'll know. Shout out to Henry Cavill.
He actually will. That's the problem. You're like, no, have you not read like every single?
You've not read the Codex Astartes cover to cover.
Yeah, have you not read every single iteration of the Codex for the Space Marines and the Chaos Space Marines and each different version?
Yeah, if you read the Blood River chapters, it goes into this.
And then the extended universe novellas, novels as well, multi-part series novels. Have you not read?
Do you not have the personal email address of the creators?
Yeah.
Games Workshop leads.
Just so you know, I'm in line to be a Space Marine in the new upcoming photo.
Do you want to score that one?
I've not finished it, but I will score it, and I'm going to give this one a 4, I think.
Yeah, I'm going for a 4 on that, I think. Just score and time that.
I actually feel like that. It's maybe a 4.5. That.
Do you want to revisit and give it 4.5?
Yeah, go on then. I'm feeling
Make
generous.
my job really hard as an editor doing that.
Why? Because you.
Because I'll put the card in at the time we both said 4, and it'll say 4.5 on the card, and then if we're ever popular,
you'll get complaints from people
Yeah,
that editing's wrong.
yeah, I'll get some guy outside my house with a pitchfork.
Then they'll have to delete their comment afterwards because they'll realise that it was actually right.
Good thing is, like, if someone did try and take me out because of, doing this wrong, the card's wrong. If they went for like the classic, like sneak up behind and then knife in the kidney, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you fool.
Oh no, I've lost a kidney.
I've got 20 more. 21 in a minute.
I feel like you'd probably. I feel like
Probably still die from the blood loss, but
I'm gonna say I feel like having extra organs probably would increase your metabolic rate and your mass.
It would increase my mass, but I can bulk. That's all right.
Just interested if you're ever into like a weight class sport and like I don't know how.
Every punch is a kidney punch, just constantly in agony.
Yeah, I was more figuring that, but this guy is somehow 265 pounds.
Yeah, 5'9", like 10% body fat. How are you so heavy?
Yeah,
I'm just like anti-Trump.
30-inch waist.
He's 6'3", 215 pounds, if you believe his
Is
arrest record.
That's I'm very surprised if that's true.
Yeah,
I think they might.
I guess
might got that wrong.
like when things rot.
Yeah.
And they just make loads of gases.
Yeah, so he's actually full of helium.
I think it's just that. I think he's that rotten internally that he's just like 90% like gas.
And I was just giving him like the gas that's inside him is lighter than air, so it counteracts gravity.
Could be like he's like a blimp. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, that bit on like
if
one of the
deflated
X-Men
him,
films.
it'd be like 400 pounds, but
Yeah, that bit on one of the X-Men films where like the septic guy melts.
I'm not sure, but what film? Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
One of the X-Men films. I think it's just X-Men.
And then
the senator gets in like.
Yeah, he gets
mutated by Magneto,
turns him into a mutant, and he's like cellular destabilization, so he can like turn into water, but he can't control it.
Yeah, he's liquid. I feel like it'd be like that basically if you stab Trump or whatever. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just meaning like with a pin or whatever. Then it is.
I agree. He's
anyway,
making a really long farting noise.
Like fly around the room.
Little bit like wet sounded though, and then yeah.
And still get elected.
Run the country from jail.
Right, we'll move on off of politics. Something we know equally a little about, whiskey. And this is the Milk and Honey Classic. And again, if you know this brand, you'll know that they are Israeli. So this says the land of milk and honey.
To be found here.
No, there's no politics in this. It's a neutral and uncontroversial country. The land of milk and honey's first whiskey distillery has been producing excellent single malts from the start. Although young, their flagship bottling displays remarkable flavour, a result of how Israel's climate affects maturation, along with very clever use of casks. In this case, bourbon and special red wine STR casks, i.e. shaved, toasted and recharred. So the nose, gentle vanilla sweetness, followed by light oak and floral notes. I think we've had a milk and honey one before. Let me see.
I'm getting like
19 mentions of milk.
Which is big milk fans.
Condensed milk. Oh, we've had the Milk and Honey Element Series Sherry Cask.
Oh.
I can tell one of your tasting notes. Lemon sanitizer wipes. Milk and Honey Element Series peated cask, and this time KFC hand towels.
Same thing.
But apparently not.
That was very specifically KFC that time. I remember it. I was like, not just any.
Yeah.
Definitely very recently.
If there's two things to take seriously, it's whiskey and fast food hand towels. Yeah. I'll let you dive in for a taste. You should get. It's a light body, vanilla, caramel, and honey sweetness, balanced by oaky notes and light black pepper spiciness. The finish sharp but delicate. The oak notes linger in the palate for a while with a nice light spiciness.
It's very light.
It
is very light. I don't even know if this. I'd go as far as to say like black pepper spiciness. I'd probably say like white pepper. You know, like
yeah.
The most entry level spice possible. Like,
still too much for me.
I would say like burning the head off of a Englishman, but
flour is
stereotypical. Yeah,
it is quite vanilla-y though, isn't it? Like very light, like very not light as in like weak, but light as in like high.
Yeah, high. I get what you mean when you say high, but like,
yeah,
but is it? I can feel like in the background there's like a wine influence trying to come through.
You getting the tannins or some kind of flavor?
No, like flavor profile. Just like memories of red wine, if that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, at the finish.
Mm-hmm.
Memories of red wine in the finish. There you go.
Cheers.
Good one to put number 5 though, because it's light and it's resetting the palate. It's good.
Well done, us.
You know, just skill issue, innit?
Yeah.
That's what it is. We have got good.
That's such a video game reference to say skill issue. It's like when people complain about like, oh, such and such a gun so dead in this game, you can't even like. And people are just like, skill issue.
Skill issue.
Even though like consensus worst actual weapon in the game, some people are still like, I don't know what you guys are all complaining about. It's obviously just a skill issue.
I got to number 1 in the world, but they didn't record it at the time, but I did.
Yeah. I remember. What was it? There was a Medal of Honor where one of the achievements was to be at the top of the leaderboard.
Right.
It's like there's no gamer score that is worth more than the fact that you're actually the best in the world at something.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Like,
yeah, you could give me 10,000, it won't matter. I'm number 1 in the world.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you want to score this one, by the way?
I've still got a wee sip left, but
sorry, sorry, not trying to rush you.
I was reminiscing about video games and when I used to be good at them. Not that I've ever been like number 1 on the leaderboard good at them, but
I've never been good at them. No.
I've got a friend who streams, and so he's our age, and he still holds on to the what used to be my mantra when I was young of what's the point in playing it in anything but the hardest difficulty. That was mostly back in the days of actually hunting, like trying to get achievements, because it was they usually were.
I mean, I like my Dark Souls and my Elden Rings and things like that are difficult, but those games are specifically balanced to be difficult.
Yeah, I'm talking like play Call of Duty only on veteran or whatever it is, and then you get a hardcore. I can't remember what it is, but
75 grenades at your feet every time you take cover.
Like I got stuck in the favelas on Modern Warfare 2, I think it is. But because the autosave saved it when someone had already fired an RPG at me, and there was a grenade on the floor where I needed to jump to evade, and there was basically like a 3-pixel area that I could get when I loaded in to survive that, and that was just so it would take me like 20 goals just to be able to get a chance to shoot someone and get killed somewhere else. Yeah. But I finally finished that game. But yeah, that was like the second last time I played only on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, some games are built for it, and some games aren't, in my opinion. If all they're going to do is make it so that like the AI can react to you as you press, then I'm not that interested. If they read your inputs or whatever, it's just like, well, it's just stupid, because how the hell would he know that I'm doing that like instantly?
Or if they just have like hive mind.
Yeah, a certain game comes to mind at the moment.
But yeah.
Oh, some guy shot. I can tell that he's got a partner, and his partner's posted up here, and I'm just going to run at him and shoot from the hip and never miss.
I killed this guy, so I know exactly where his other mate must be. I've got an LMG, but I'm going to hit every single bullet.
Yeah, I know there's 2 of them, and I'm running at a 90-degree angle from him, but I'm just going to like fire from the hip and never miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm actively being shot while I'm doing this.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Screw you, Unidad.
Well, I mean, we'll nearly finish that game, and then we can go on to being annoyed at the
They'll
next one.
still be there. They'll probably be chasing us from Bolivia.
Yeah, into whatever it is.
Yeah, fictional land. Right, did you want to score this one then?
Yeah, I think I'm going to give that one a 3.5.
Half is a good shout. Yep. Nice and light. You could have a few of those quite happily, chilling in an evening.
That's depending on the price. I feel like that is a good, what they call it,
guard whiskey or whatever.
Yeah, the one that you put at the front so that you have to go past it to pick
something up. Finn told us about. Yep.
Yeah.
Still quite possibly the greatest coincidence I've ever encountered.
Big Vin Paraffin.
Vin PF.
Right. I guess we're on to the 6th dram.
We are.
It's again a Scotch. So
yeah, they make a couple.
Yeah, 3 Scotches, Japanese and Indian and Israeli. So is Israel Asia?
Scotch whiskies in one box.
Yeah, Israel's Asia, right?
Middle East, isn't it? So yeah. In terms of continents, yeah, must be.
I know that they get to play football in UEFA, but that's.
I know it's like in terms of geographic, like in terms of political regions, you've got the Middle East, but in terms of geographical regions, that's got to be Asia.
But it's one of those ones where it's east of Turkey, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but it's not Africa. It's not Europe, so it's got to be Asia.
Yeah, but more what I mean is like it's on the Mediterranean, isn't it? Or
yeah.
But it's like I feel like Egypt is where Africa starts.
Yeah, North Africa.
Everything east of there, like east of the Suez, is Asia. Because like the African continent is like an actual landmass. But then I feel like
it's Asia. I just googled it.
I feel like it's inside. It's along with Syria and that, but I know that they also get to like play football with us because it's kind of sketchy in that area for them.
Yeah, I can't imagine the local matches would be particularly well received.
No. But yeah. Anyway, 3 Asians is what I was getting at for the others.
To be fair, there's quite a lot of people in that region of the world.
True, but I feel like it could have just been called Scotland versus Asia.
Yeah, would have sounded a bit more
pointed,
personal, maybe. And there's a bit of history there. Just to correct an earlier mistake, I said English Empire. I meant British, obviously.
I can allow. It does annoy me, but I can allow that at the time they were synonymous. So.
Well.
At the time of Empire.
At times of Empire, in terms of like who ran it, maybe because it was it's
quite often
Queen of England or whatever. But in terms of who did all the hard work, and made up most of the military. Generally, Scotland.
I also think, for the most part, since Big James united us, the blood of the royal family's probably ran more Scottish than it has English. But
More German.
that's why I was saying it.
Yeah. But yeah, Scotland doesn't get to escape the shame of the British Empire.
No.
You didn't lead it, but you enthusiastically came along for the ride.
Sometimes, yeah.
You personally. Can't believe you did this.
Yeah. I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Classic line.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes.
Back to the whiskey.
So not even like
I have to
modern political landmines we walk into. Now we're walking into like 200-year-old political landmines.
Yeah. And vines. So that is a good way for us to spend 40 minutes.
250-year-old media.
Yeah, that's a good way for us to spend about 40 minutes just talking about something completely not whiskey related and being like, oh, I suppose, did we read this card? Yeah.
Right, can we try this whiskey? It's been like staring at me for 25 minutes.
It's actually evaporated.
Yeah, it was a 25 ml. It's now 12 and a half.
Yeah, memories of whiskey.
But as a name.
Yeah. So, quite often I don't have much memories of whiskey, to be fair, but yeah. Okay, the sixth dram is 18-year-old Longmorn. So a rare treat, as Longmorn Spirit doesn't often see the light of day as a single malt, with the vast majority of the distillery's output instead lending a sweet and deeply fruity component to Chivas blends. This very special 18-year-old bottling displays oodles of those same tasty characteristics.
I just like to go back there and make a note that I graciously let you go past the fact that you called it a dillery.
Did I? That's a place where they like make.
It's a distillery on wheels because it's not still.
I was going to say it's a place where they make tartar sauce, but yeah, that's better.
It's where they make pickles.
Yeah. Okay.
That just makes me think of the Rugrats, and I hated that cartoon. Such a crap cartoon.
But
I'm sure there was a game of Rugrats as well.
Yeah, Search for Reptar. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I remember that being pretty good. Hated the Rugrats.
It was Search for Reptar was like one of those games. It was in the sort of. It was like, do you remember Simpsons? Not Hit and Run, but the Simpsons game. Where it was like kind of like it was more of a bunch of little games.
Yeah.
Also sort of felt it was like similar to the Toy Story game that was like incredibly difficult on like Mega Drive era.
Yeah, the side scroller one.
Yeah.
Simpsons Hit and Run was great. Why didn't it make more? I don't know.
Probably because it was actually Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, but it was great.
Yeah.
Should make more.
They should.
If you're listening, Matt Groening.
Yeah. Or
shout out to Matt.
Activision, probably. They own everything.
Yeah. Microsoft was about to own all the blooming online stuff, but we stopped them. Good old UK.
Well, I mean, they still sort of do, but they just have to have agreements to.
But like EU was going to let them through and everything, but thanks to the perks of sovereignty of Brexit, obviously not the fact that we had separate licensing agreements all the time anyway. Yeah.
So what? So
also, if you're doing shout outs, can I just do another one to be agreeing just in case?
Just in case. But but Microsoft do still own Activision, right? They had to.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They had to like.
And annoyingly, they own Bethesda, which means Starfield, which I was interested in getting, is not on the PlayStation.
Oh, they're doing a PC release still.
Yeah, but they'd have to get a new PC.
You just need a new graphics card, probably.
I think the whole thing would die if it's 10 years old.
I feel like at this stage of the console generation, because as much as there's basically been nothing released for this generation, they are about halfway through the generation. So probably better off buying a new PC than an Xbox.
I probably will.
But yeah.
Right, should we get back on track?
So the nose is pear and tropical fruits abound. with a vanilla note and some caramel and fudge elements. So fruity fudge.
It is fruity fudge. That's a good way of summing it up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think fruity fudge on the nose is actually quite a good nosing note.
It actually reminds me of, I'm sure I've used this before, but
Is it heroin?
no.
Oh.
I'm not sure if I've used that before. But the tasting note, which is do you know the toffees you get at Christmas that come in different coloured wrappers and have different flavours?
Yeah.
It reminds me of like the mint one of them.
Yeah, I can kind of see it because it's got that kind of menthol, mainly probably because it's 48%. But
yeah, the booze is doing it. But yeah.
Right, I'm gonna go in for a taste.
You take a taste. I'll tell you what you should be tasting.
Okay.
Remarkably smooth and very juicy, with those tropical fruits continuing. More fudge with oak notes and a hint of spice. The finish is nutty with fruits and oak.
That is very juicy. Yeah, it's quite sweet, quite light. Definitely very bitter, nutty, woody, leathery notes on the finish.
Yeah, that's. I think nutty and leathery definitely live in the same sphere of flavors.
Yeah, it's very green fruits, I would say, rather than red fruits. Orchard fruits.
Orchard fruits, yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard to spell fruits at this point.
It's two O's.
Who spelled fruits? You know when you start doubting yourself and you're like, that can't be how it's spelled.
That looks like fruits.
Yeah, I'm being an idiot. How do you spell? Yeah.
I never criticize anyone for spelling, like, because I did forget how to spell, like, there, like T. No, it wasn't even there. It was them once when I was in high school.
Once you get inside your head about it, that's it. You're screwed.
Yeah. I was just like, when you're a teenager and you stay up really late playing a video game instead of going to bed, and you end up in school the next day and you like probably had 4 hours sleep. I think what happened probably was Vice City or San Andreas had came out.
Both of those are worth staying up.
And chances are that the problem was when both of those games came out, I played them so much that when I closed my eyes, I could only see the back of the player character running.
Yeah.
Like it was my brain is like that is default of what life is now, and so when I close, and it would keep me awake at night. Just that.
I don't know if I've ever been. I've definitely had games where I've got that obsessed, but I don't think GTAs were one of them.
At Guitar Hero, I used to have a problem where I would often play it for so long without moving that when I stopped playing it, I would get dizzy because the world wasn't moving quickly towards me.
Yeah. Well, it is, you're running it.
Yeah.
I mean, Warcraft has spent a lot of hours in. So I can imagine that I probably still do dream of Warcraft every now and again, but yeah, I spent a lot of time on Vice City and San Andreas as well, but not to the same extent, I guess. That's a really nice whiskey, though, by the way.
Yeah, I was always trying to. I was never actually did it, I don't think, but I was always trying to 100% them. 100% at Bully because it was a much smaller game.
I never played Bully.
It was good. It was like a bit.
If you want to finish that one up and score it, we're on track for it being an hour.
Oh, I'll be quick then. I finished. I think that's a good 4.
A 4? Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go for a 4 on that.
It's obvious what lane it thinks it wants to be in, and it's doing it well. I'm not going to say it's the most outstanding I've had of that.
No, I prefer the Worm Tub, I think, even though I give them both a 4. But yeah, such is the foibles of a quite non-granular scoring system.
Also, we have like a penchant for whiskies that taste like that, and so we have drank a lot, and so I feel like good whiskies in that category get hurt by the fact that we're like, but is it this? No. So
Yeah.
Whereas on a peated one, we're like, actually, it was drinkable. 3.5.
4.5. Yeah. Well, I think that's as good a place to call it as any.